On this week's episode, Chloe Ball and Michaela Clay update us on how Boise State is dealing with COVID-19.
And on a less serious note, an Idaho man is thriving during quarantine. These stories and more coming up on Take One.
Welcome to Take One. I'm Eric Ryan.
And I'm Laramie Lavala.
Across the nation, stores are dealing with being out of many products, some of which are daily necessities. As soon as it became apparent that many people were going to have to quarantine during this trying time, there was a rush on stores for various items such as hand soap and toilet paper. But even more concerning than that are some of the food items such as milk and eggs flying off the shelves. Things have begun to even out a bit, but if you plan to go somewhere such as Walmart, they will likely be running under restricted hours and only letting a certain amount of people in at a time, depending on location. Most stores have also enacted rationing, as you will be restricted to one of a certain item as the aforementioned toilet paper. It is important when you go out, if you need to go out, you have a clear goal in mind of what you need, get it, and safely get out without engaging in any panic behavior. We've all seen the videos of people starting fights in Costco's or other such places, and this helps no one in regards to stopping the spread of the virus, and ultimately isn't worth the trouble. If one store is out, it's entirely possible that another store may have what you need, and if they're out as well, you can always come back a little bit later. And remember to social distance and stay safe out there.
Dating seems practically impossible during a pandemic, but online dating is more popular now than it was ever before. And there are still ways to form romantic connections while social distancing. Although we're in a time with a lot of uncertainty, individuals across the nation are still interested in seeking new and interesting connections, especially singles in their college years. Since the coronavirus outbreak, dating apps like Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge have seen a significant increase in the United States, as well as video and audio dating. According to a survey conducted by Bustle, over the last few years, 15% of couples who have met online have been seeing each other for over a year, and 13.6% are already engaged or married. So if you've never given dating apps a chance and you're thinking about taking the leap, now might be the perfect time to find your twin flame. I mean, how often do you get to tell people that you and your significant other fell in love during a global pandemic? It's like Romeo and Juliet, except for COVID-19's the thing keeping you apart.
Now, here's a new episode of What to Know.
Have you ever wondered what JUMP is? Or more specifically, why it was built? Well, I'm here to tell you all about it. My name is Roseli Guerrero, and this is What to Know about JUMP. Located on 1000 West Myrtle Street in downtown Boise, Jack's Urban's Meeting Place, or more commonly known as JUMP, was built in 2015. Jack Simplot, a local Idahoan entrepreneur, had passed away in 2008, leaving behind his vintage tractor collection. JUMP was founded on the premise of giving his tractor collection a place to be stored and viewed by everyone in an exciting environment. It was considered to be a better option as opposed to having them sit in an average tractor museum. We Idahoans really love our tractors. Only in Idaho will you find a place like JUMP. My name is Roseli Guerrero, and this was What to Know about JUMP.
Staying motivated and sane while in quarantine can be difficult, especially if you're working from home or taking online classes, constantly getting distracted by pets or family members. Boise State News recently produced a video where faculty and staff discuss their ways of staying on top of things during this difficult time. One method they discussed is to prioritize enough time for yourself and your personal self-care. Take time out of your schedule to step away from your duties and focus on things that make you happy, whether that's socializing with friends online, reading for fun, or watching the latest Netflix series. Don't be so hard on yourself if you aren't being productive 24/7. If you leave enough room in your schedule to relax without any added pressure, you'll be able to focus on your duties when you sit down to get them done. They also mentioned that being hard on yourself will only make this more difficult. So don't beat yourself up if you're having trouble adjusting to things right away. We're all in this together. To watch this uplifting video and to receive additional tips, visit boisestate.edu/news.
The change to remote virtual online classes this semester due to the COVID-19 outbreak has added a lot more stress onto students. In response, Boise State University has extended the deadline to drop classes with a grade of a W until April 17, 2020. Furthermore, students who are interested in the pass-fail option will have the option to do so at the end of the semester, as long as they stay enrolled in their classes. Grades with a letter of P will not have an impact on GPA. They will have up until 5 days after the grades have been posted at the end of the semester to make the switch. However, all changes are final, so make sure you are confident in your decision before changing. More information on this will be made available toward the end of the semester, so keep in contact with your professors and faculty via Zoom.
Now we have another episode of What to Know, just for you.
When it comes to parking at BSU, there's plenty of options, just none for you. I'm Ben Luca, and this is What to Know about on-campus parking. If you've ever been on campus, you may have noticed several parking lots, but don't be fooled, because chances are you can't park there.
I think the overall parking experience on campus is terrible, honestly.
I think parking on campus could be improved greatly. It's been a mess for me personally. I know I went to order a permit the first semester I've been here, and there were no permits. It was sold out. It had been sold out, and there was a couple hundred on the wait list apparently. So for students that live out of town, we definitely need to make improvements.
The cost of on-campus parking ranges from $124 to $388, and if you're an employee, it's even more. And even if you buy a parking pass, you are still not guaranteed a parking spot. With the cost of tuition steadily increasing as each school year passes, and the additional cost of books, access codes, and other essential school supplies, many students just simply cannot afford parking. But should it be free?
I don't think parking on campus should be free for students. Reason being, we're already so short, and just to be giving out parking permits to students who maybe don't need them, students who don't drive or live on campus, I don't think it's the way to solve it.
I think the whole parking pass for specific lots is kind of ridiculous. I think it should be kind of a flat rate parking pass that you can park anywhere on campus.
I feel like we need more parking, more infrastructure to support this growing student population.
I'm Ben Luca, and that was What to Know about parking at Boise State.
And now for some more comedic content. Ryan Seeker and TJ Ellis.
Thanks, Michaela. Rivers Swimmington, 27-year-old Idaho billionaire, has been living his life rather swimmingly since quarantine has been enacted. Unlike the rest of us Americans who are sheltering inside, Swimmington has been hosting daily outdoor pool parties at his mansion to keep himself, his pet hyena, and 13 corgis entertained. For those of you unfamiliar with Swimmington, he is the hire to IPFCI, or Inflatable Pool Floaty Company of Idaho, as of 2016, when the original creator, his father, O'Shawn Swimmington, tragically drowned while testing IPFCI's newest product, the Inflatable Battle Narwhal Pool Floaty. River was quoted shortly after his father's passing promoting the product by posting a photo of his hyena and 2 corgis, each wearing sunglasses, riding the Battle Narwhal. While he is unable to swim in his own pool because he was never taught to as a child, he does daily live videos for you to tune in. If you want to catch some sun tomorrow and imagine yourself relaxing in a cool pool, search @RUSeriously_swimming on Instagram. That's how you do it.
And now an excerpt from a recent online Help Wanted ad from DoorDash. It reads, "Help wanted. Drivers needed. Actually, scratch that. We don't even need you to be able to drive." Really, no joke. Our phones have been ringing non-stop since the corona outbreak started, and we are critically undermanned. We would accept people who have only a bike, gladly. Shoot, even if all you can do is walk around town, we may still be able to find use for you. You don't even need to take payment at the door. Everyone is just paying with their credit cards and choosing the remote delivery option where you just leave the food outside their house before you run away. Disposable masks and hiking boots will be provided to all new applicants. And remember, folks, if I could be a bit more serious, your local restaurants are still open and need your patronage to stay above water in these trying times. Back to you guys.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us. I'm Eric Ryan.
And I'm Laramie Lavallo. We'll see you next time on Take One.